low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hey guys, what is up? Simply Robert here. It's been a while. It's actually been like half a year, a little bit more than that. Um, but yeah, I'm back. It's good seeing you all again. So first things first, I've done a couple test streams just to kind of play around with new setups, which I'll go over in just a minute. But I want to say we've got some new faces here, especially on the Twitch side of things. So I want to say to all those watching who are new here, thank you so much. Stick around. I'm going to kind of go over what I'm doing, get all the, you know, everyone here caught up and on the same page, and then I'll kind of go over what we do on this channel and kind of introduce myself. But for all those who have been patient with me, who have been sticking around, who have, you know, oh, Snarf says hi, by the way. But no, to all those who have been patient with me, who have been sticking around, you know, who have been wondering where I am, it's good seeing you guys again. It's been a while, and I've been itching to get back to this. So, what I've been up to. I have posted a few times on social media about this, so, or, you know, on my socials and on the YouTube community page, but I'll just kind of give a little bit more in-depth situation about it. Yes. So, long story short, as you notice, there has been a massive change to what's going on behind me. My room does not look like what it used to, and that is because, so the beginning of this year, I made a statement that I really wanted to try to hit the ground running this year, and, you know, make this year strong. Had a lot of plans, a lot of, you know, crazy ideas for this channel to experiment, kind of have some fun with it, and really kind of commit to this streaming thing. And, you know, it's something I enjoy and just kind of make it work. Well, that ended up being shortly after I made that statement. I want to say it was in March. It was like almost every day, constant rain. And what ended up happening is I live in a city that's not constant, like, hills throughout. There's hills everywhere, and this particular part of town floods really bad. Well, constant rain for what, almost every day for 3 months did a number on my room. You know, I had plans on doing a big project and never got around to it, and then I went radio silence for a while before kind of giving y'all a brief update what happened. Well, I had water damage, like from flooding in this room. This whole floor had to be replaced. Pretty much everything had to be repaired in this room. It completely wrecked it. My carpeting got thrown out, you know, flooring had to be tossed. My pad had to be ripped up, which was under my carpet, you know, walls, drywalls, everything, right? So, long story short, this room suffered a lot of damage. And so in my downtime, my primary focus has been getting this room up to a state where I can actually set my setup up in here and start using it regularly for streaming it. And, you know, having this room set up with a bit of confidence where next time it rains, it won't flood out again. So, has been work. There's been a lot of construction done to the house in the last 5 months. We've had repairs done outside. We've sealed a few cracks in the foundation, filled them with cement. We have done some exterior work, land sculpting. This whole room had to be rebuilt. Utility room, which is on the opposite side of this wall, had to be redone. It's been a mess. So that's the core reason why I've been going. Snarf, can you stop? Sit still. But the other thing is too, right before I stopped streaming, you may have noticed I had some technical issues when I was doing Tears of the Kingdom. I had to toss out pretty much 2 full streams because of artifacting or audio glitching or desyncing issues. I had several streams where I went from full FPS down to no FPS. just suddenly. I had streams where my computer would just lock up and the stream would end abruptly, these kind of things. And, I kind of knew already what it was. I had an old secondhand 3060 Ti, which was good. It was a good card, but it was on its way out. And I'd been holding off because, graphics cards are way more expensive than they should be, but I was ultimately forced to invest in a new graphics card, and I ended up getting a 5060 Ti, the 16 gig model. And, I'm happy with it. It's a huge improvement. It's going to give me a lot more flexibility moving forward with the games I can stream and my settings on my streams, so I'm excited about that. Another thing, so that fixed that issue. That problem shouldn't be an issue moving forward. Now, another thing is, if you haven't noticed, my webcam looks a little bit better than it used to. So I had an first gen Razer Kirio. I got rid of that. Now I have an eMeet Pico Plus, which is essentially supposed to be the world's first dual lens webcam. It has a primary lens and then it has an AI assisted secondary lens, which helps with low light and video enhancement. And it's just incredible. It's also smaller than my streaming stick, which for reference is this here. So yeah, it is pretty cool. Not a plug, just something I'm really excited about putting through the paces as we get into this. So, long story short, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. There's been a lot. Too much to count. But I'm just happy to be back. And so that leads the question, where do we go from here? So to put it simply, we are going back to my usual Wednesday-Friday schedule. For those of you who are new here, I typically stream Wednesdays and Fridays around 8 p.m. Eastern. Somewhere in that range, maybe like give or take 15 minutes in either direction. That's not changing. Additionally, what isn't changing is what we're playing. So we're going to pick up where we left off. We were playing Hogwarts Legacy, Cassette Beasts, and a modded Minecraft. And we're going to continue that. For those of you who haven't seen it, I recommend kind of going back a little bit and just kind of see where we were at. Or those who might need a refresher as well. And yeah, because the game plan is plan on getting back into streaming in the next week or two. Probably in about 2 weeks. So keep an eye out on that. I'll start posting the schedules in the next few days. By the way. But one thing that is going to change is that earlier this year, right before, kind of things fizzled out, I had planned on doing some collaboration streams with 4-Bit Gaming. If you're not subscribed to him, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. Please do. He streams like every day. He has quite a bit more time than I do. And most of his content centers around like family friendly, kind of family oriented content, which is really cool. But I remember I announced some collaboration streams with him, and we did like one, and then it fizzled out because he had stuff going on too. Now he's back in full swing, and with me getting back in full swing, I figured now's a good time to start that up again. So keep an eye out for that. We're currently working out timing and time frames, but the game plan is that will be starting around the time that I come back fully. So that's going to be fun. And, I'm finally glad I can get some collaboration work going here. So, all in all, I want to say thank you for the new faces here. Thank you for the new people who have joined over the test streams. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who have stuck around, I appreciate all your support and your patience with me. I will admit this year has not gone the way I planned. I planned on starting this year hitting the ground rolling and experimenting and having fun with this. And what ended up happening is everything but let's try to turn this into a positive, hit the end of the year rolling, and go into 2026 since the year's almost over. full pace with full momentum and really get some fun going here. You know, because I'm excited to get back into this. I've been like itching for months to get back into streaming. So I'm back, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for the new people here, and keep an eye out on my socials, which as always are linked in the description. Schedules will start going out in the next few days, and I hope to see you all in the streams. Until then, take care, guys.